Precious hearts, it is a blessing and an honor to be able to come before you this very day. Welcome to Virtual Journal Therapy. I'm always excited to be able to provide you with some form of a journal entry to assist you in finding the words and the verbiage that you need in order to have a conversation with yourself that you may be omitting. Before I proceed, I want to give a special shout out to my sponsor today, Denise Christian and Keziah Christian. I want to say thank you for my eyewear. These are non-prescription, and we thank God for you deciding to be a contributing factor to me loving to wear non-prescription eyewear. Thank you so much. So shout out to you and Keziah. God bless you, and may he bless you immensely. Let us jump on in. Today, our journal entry will be loving people without losing perspective. Oh my God. I know that's something, but we need it. Let me say it again. Loving people without losing perspective. There was a time when I believed that love meant total access. That to prove I cared, I had to be endlessly available. Endlessly giving. Endlessly forgiving. I love with open hands, but no boundaries. I carry burdens that weren't mine, fixed problems I didn't create, and called it love. But healing taught me something sacred. Love without perspective leads to depletion. You can't pour from a cup that's always leaking. Loving people well means loving them wisely. It means giving what's healthy, not what's harmful. It means remembering that God didn't call me to lose myself to love others. He called me to love from wholeness and not from wounds. I had to face the truth that sometimes my compassion was misplaced. I confused enabling with empathy. I was trying to rescue people that God was trying to refine. I had to learn that love isn't always soft. Sometimes it's strong enough to say no. Love that lasts requires clarity. Perspective allows you to see where your responsibility ends and God begins. Healing taught me that if my love leaves me empty, it's not holy. It's human overreach. Real love has boundaries. Y'all hear that? I say real love has boundaries. It helps, but it doesn't carry. It supports, but it doesn't save. It stands near, but it doesn't stand in the place of God. It's God love that saves through us to others. Loving people without losing perspective means letting go of my need to be understood. Some won't see your growth because it requires them to face their own stagnation. I used to take that personally. I would question if I was loving enough, kind enough, forgiving enough. But now I know that maturity means letting others have their journey. Letting others have their journey while I continue mine. Mighty God. I stopped forcing understanding and started choosing peace. I realized I could love someone deeply and still step back from dysfunction. Distance doesn't mean I stop caring. It means I care too much to keep enabling cycles that destroy peace. When you love from healing, your love becomes lighter, no longer anxious, no longer fearful, and no longer controlling. It becomes patient, grounded, and discerning. You start to see people through God's eyes, not your own expectations. You can love them for who they are today instead of resenting who they aren't yet. Perspective teaches you that not every relationship needs reconciliation. Some need release. And that's still love, just in a different form. Sometimes sometimes the most loving thing you can do is to stop trying to be someone's savior and start trusting God with their story. If you're listening to this, I want you to remember, love is meant to be pure, not painful. You can love deeply without losing direction. You can give compassion without giving control. The healed version of you no longer needs to prove love by how much you endure. You prove it by how wisely you give. Keep your heart open, but your peace protected. Love people, but keep perspective. You are not responsible for everyone's healing. Only your honesty, your compassion, and your example. And when you love from that place, your love doesn't drain you. It dignifies you. That's the balance of holy love. I know some of you may be struggling with always being the go-to person, always being the one that somebody's calling on, always being the dependable one, or life put you in a position where you was kind of forced into those positions. Now it's time you must give yourself permission, as some of the other journal entries talked about. You got to set boundaries. It's nobody's fault. It's yours. You must set boundaries, and it's okay to set boundaries. You have a life to live, just like others are living their life. And it's now time for you to be focused on your life, to show forth the love of Christ to people, but also understanding that you deserve to live as well, not looking over your shoulders, always trying to be a person that is saving somebody. That is God's job. Our job is to be the hands and feet of Him in the earth, so that people know that He cares. But people have to choose to do the inner work, just like you are choosing to do your inner work. And you cannot allow people to guilt trip you. People made their own decisions, absent of the mindfulness of how you may feel about the decisions that they make or have made. You got to let every tub sit on its own bottom. Love and love well, but also remember, you must not allow people to disrupt your peace. It is now time for you to be clear about the boundaries that need to be set. No matter what they say and no matter who they are, you must live your life. Because at the end of the day, when you're not the one always being on the scene, they'll find somebody else. So free yourself so that you can live for you. Okay? I love you. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for my sponsors. I love them. God bless you. Toodles. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead. Yeah, because I'll be working from this channel. Subscribe. Write a comment.